When I was getting intimate with my boyfriend, his reaction felt off. I'd worn the lace lingerie he'd been hinting about for weeks, but he wouldn't even touch me. The room was dark as I leaned in to whisper against his ear. Surprise. Do you like it? His breathing hitched. Encouraged. I wrapped my arms around his neck and kissed him harder until Ethan's voice suddenly rang out from the hallway. Lights are on. But where is everyone? My blood turned to ice. If Ethan was out there, who the hell was I currently straddling? I scrambled backward in the dark, clutching the sheets to my chest. Who are you? Ryan Anderson. The name clicked. Ethan's roommate. I'd seen him a handful of times, tall, quiet. The type who nodded instead of saying hello. My face burned. What are you doing in Ethan's room? Borrowing a charger. Panic surged. I sat there in scraps of lace, alone in the dark with a near stranger. If Ethan walked in now, there'd be no way to explain this. Grabbing my discarded clothes and phone, I dove into the closet. Don't let him find me here. Please. Ryan paused before shutting the closet door. Light flooded the room as Ethan entered. Oh. Hey Ryan. Charger. Ryan lifted the device. Got it. Ethan's tone stayed casual. By the way, have you seen Emily? She texted about coming over tonight. Didn't notice. I pressed a hand over my mouth. Today was our anniversary. I'd planned everything, sent Ethan a flirty text about a surprise. Arrived early to set the mood. Instead of seducing my boyfriend, I'd accidentally mauled his stoic roommate. My computer's acting up. Mind taking a look? Sure. The closet door muffled their footsteps retreating. I slumped against the hanging shirts, mentally drafting 10 different apology texts to Ryan. This wasn't the anniversary surprise I'd envisioned. After Ryan took Ethan to his room, I quickly changed my clothes and slipped away with my belongings. On my way home, I texted Ethan, "Honey, I'm not feeling well today. Let's rain check that surprise I planned for you." So sorry. Ethan replied instantly, "Everything okay? Should I come over?" No need. Already in bed. You get some rest too. I hurriedly declined, craving solitude to process the emotional whirlwind. All right. I'll stop by tomorrow morning. Okay. I exhaled in relief as I locked my phone. The moment I arrived home, I rushed to fill the bathtub. Warm water enveloped me, offering temporary calm until fragmented memories resurfaced against my will. Ryan hadn't reciprocated even once. When I embraced him, pressed against him, kissed him with desperate urgency, he remained motionless. Even when I guided his hand, his breathing only grew slightly heavier. Given our size difference, he could have easily pushed me away. Yet he allowed my reckless advances. My pulse quickened remembering this. Skin flushing warm. Had Ryan's reaction been unusual too? Did he know it was me in that room? I forcibly stopped these thoughts. This mess began with me mistaking his identity. Blaming him would be shameless. I should be grateful he covered for me and distracted Ethan. Ethan arrived at dawn bearing grocery bags. Feeling better? He asked as I emerged from the bedroom. Just tired yesterday. I mumbled. Go freshen up. I'll make breakfast. In the kitchen, Ethan moved with practiced ease, our office romance having bloomed over a year of him spoiling me rotten. He cooked every weekend, handled all chores, planned elaborate dates, and always apologized first during arguments. As someone slow to trust, I'd approached this relationship cautiously. Last night was supposed to mark our next step forward until everything backfired spectacularly. Dig in. Ethan smiled, setting down 4 steaming dishes and soup. All your favorites. He ladled rice into my bowl, eyes crinkling with anticipation. Hum. I nodded, warmth spreading through my chest. Though yesterday's incident had been accidental, I still felt somewhat guilty toward Ethan. As Ryan settled me onto the bed, I looped my arms around his neck. Our eyes locked. My face burning crimson. "Do you like me?" Silence. He wordlessly arranged me against the pillows. "You're drunk. Sleep it off." His neutral tone stung, yet felt appropriate. But when he turned to leave, I grabbed his sleeve. Eyes closed. Alcohol loosening my tongue. I mumbled, "Your kisses, they're nice. You act all cold. But your lips are soft. Warm to hold too." Hick! Exhaustion dragged me under as I slurred, "Must be crazy, thinking about dating you. Ethan's roommate." He'd explode if my words dissolved into sleep. Friends always warned I become chatty when drunk. Spouting nonsense completely unlike my sober self. No idea when Ryan left or how much he heard. Morning light revealed an empty apartment. My head was pounding like a drum from last night's hangover. With zero recollection of what happened after the dinner where some greasy middle-aged dude grabbed my wrist. The doorbell's sudden chime made my temples throb harder. Ethan stood on the doorstep when I opened it. "What do you want?" I massaged my temples. His presence worsening my headache. "Emily. I messed up. Please give me another chance." I bit back curses. This bastard had been cozying up with Olivia at the hotel yesterday. And now he dared show up here? My fists clenched at the fresh hickey peeking above his collar. "Don't make me slap you, Ethan." He blinked, unprepared for my icy tones since our last encounter. Before he could respond, Ryan materialized holding breakfast takeout. "What are you doing here?" Ethan eyed Ryan's rumpled shirt suspiciously. Ryan slid an arm around me, pulling me against his chest. "We were together last night." His challenging stare didn't flinch at Ethan's shocked expression. As Ethan sputtered protests, Ryan steered me inside and kicked the door shut. The moment we were alone, his intense gaze pinned me against the wall. "About your question yesterday." I frowned. "What question?" "I accept." Before I could ask, his lips crashed onto mine, swallowing my confusion. Ethan's fist pounded the door. "Open up. Emily." "Ryan, you backstabbing snake. I knew you were into her during that truth or dare game." The louder Ethan raged, the more fiercely Ryan kissed me until our ragged breaths and wet sounds filled the apartment. "You fucking bastard." Ethan's roar shook the doorframe. "Emily's mine. You hear me? Mine." Ryan held me tighter, refusing to let go. Our bodies pressed together as heat radiated from him. His hand moved along my spine with deliberate slowness, each inch of contact sparking electricity that seeped into my bones. What began as shock gradually melted into surrender. My palms that had been pushing against his chest now clung to his back of their own accord. Our lips moved in a rhythm beyond conscious control. The relentless pressure of his kiss, possessive, intoxicating, maddeningly skilled, sent tremors through my entire body. Ethan's voice faded completely from my awareness, replaced by Ryan's overwhelming presence, the demanding sweep of his tongue, the scorching heat of his skin, the cedar and mint scent enveloping me. When Ethan finally left, the sudden silence made our ragged breathing louder. Ryan broke the kiss but kept me anchored against him. I slumped against his chest, pulse hammering, struggling to regain composure. His arms formed a loose cage around my waist as he waited. "What exactly did I ask you yesterday?" I finally managed, cheeks burning as I met his gaze. Ryan's swollen lips curved. In the dim light, he looked every bit the mythical seducer, mouth glistening, eyes heavy-lidded. Genuine amnesia or convenient forgetfulness? When I didn't answer, he brushed his nose against mine. "You asked if I'd date you. Ring any bells?" Memories crashed over me, whispered confessions. Desperate kisses against his dorm room door. Every humiliating detail preserved in high definition. Oh God. I'd confessed everything. More than everything. But Emily. His voice dipped, fingers tightening on my hips. Was that real? Or just revenge against Ethan? Like our first kiss? The vulnerability in his eyes froze me. Do you actually like me? Not even a little? He tilted my chin up when I hesitated. Uncertain? His mouth hovered over mine. Let's clarify. The next kiss demolished my defenses, slow, deep, devastatingly thorough. When he pulled back, I swayed drunkenly against him. Any clearer now? My racing heart stole my voice. Still ambiguous? His teeth grazed my lower lip. We'll keep trying until... No! I gasped as his mouth found my neck. I'm sure. Ryan paused, breath hot against my collarbone. Sure of what? The challenge in his eyes was clear. He'd continue this all night unless satisfied. I like you. The admission escaped in a whisper. It's real. His triumphant smile ignited new heat as he captured my lips again, sealing the confession. I always thought Ryan was aloof and indifferent, a man devoid of desires. But I never imagined his possessiveness could be so terrifying. Earlier, he practically devoured me whole. Yet, I didn't hate it at all. My heart raced wildly. Finally, I understood the term instinctual attraction, not affection born from time nor calculated interest. Just him standing there, making me crave his proximity. That primal urge confirmed everything. Apparently provoked, Ethan entered berserker mode, revenge against Ryan. Days later, Ethan reported to corporate that Ryan had leaked trade secrets through unknown channels. He'd fabricated chat logs between Ryan and competitors' employees, along with confidential document transfer records. Emerging triumphant from the executive meeting, Ethan swaggered to Ryan's desk. You're finished, Ryan. Ryan merely glanced at him silently. Ethan anticipated watching Ryan pack his desk. But by afternoon, HR and legal summoned him instead. 3 hours later, Ethan returned to his cubicle pale-faced. He'd been terminated. Next morning, corporate announced Ethan's dismissal for falsifying evidence, framing colleagues, and actual trade secret leakage. Know why they uncovered the truth so fast? A co-worker whispered conspiratorially. I shook my head blankly. Ethan tried framing Ryan. Not realizing Ryan's actually the Anderson heir, he's been incognito here for experience. What heir leaks family secrets? Execs investigated immediately. Ethan's amateur forgery got exposed instantly. Tanked his own career, serves him right. My mind reeled. Ryan, the CEO's son? I urgently checked corporate filings, sure enough. The chairman's surname was Anderson. I'd always sensed Ryan's intimidating aura of icy detachment. That magnetic yet terrifying presence. Now I understood that effortless aristocratic chill came from being corporate royalty. Beyond Ethan's self-inflicted downfall, Olivia's uncle, formerly a general manager, got demoted to department head. As an intern, Olivia wasn't retained after her probation period. She vanished from the office soon after Ethan's termination. Rumors clarified things. Olivia's affluent family, the Browns, deemed Ethan's working-class Smith family unworthy. When her parents discovered her obsession with this unremarkable nobody, they forcibly ended it. This explained why Ethan, while stringing Olivia along, refused to release me. He knew climbing society through her was impossible. Marrying an economically practical girl like me, whose parents promised to buy our marital home, offered risk-free comfort. Ultimately, his scheming backfired spectacularly. Ryan and I started dating, secretly. He's the heir. After all, what was once a secret had now gone public, meaning hundreds of eyes watched our every move daily. I hated being under scrutiny, which was exactly why I'd wanted to keep things private. Ryan respected my choice. At the office, we maintained our professional dynamic, pretending to barely know each other. All the tenderness and passion of new love had to wait until we crossed our apartment threshold. Ryan had recently moved into a luxury high-rise near corporate headquarters where we now live together. Returning late from overtime one evening, I frowned at the unresponsive light switches. "Ryan? You here?" My call echoed through darkness. Just as I pulled out my phone to contact building management, strong arms encircled me from behind. His signature cedarwood scent transformed my startled gasp into delighted laughter. "Ryan! Did we lose power or?" "Circuit breakers fine." His palm guided my hand beneath his unbuttoned shirt where hot skin met cold metal links. My fingers jerked back instinctively. "Surprise." His lips brushed my earlobe as a necklace chain pulled in my palm. "Like it?" The contrast between the chilled silver and his feverish body temperature made me shiver. When I tentatively tugged the leash, Ryan's throat vibrated with approval against my cheek. Heat flooded my face remembering last week's tipsy confession about wanting to try roleplay scenarios. "Love it." My admission came out breathless, driving me wild already. Our collision of lips against the foyer wall left nail marks on the marble. Later, tangled in satin sheets, Ryan traced the love bite blooming on his neck. "Your turn next time." His post-coital rasp liquefied my bones. "That black lace set from Tuesday. Bring it back in crimson." "Since when do you hate pink?" I teased, mapping his abs with lazy fingertips. "Never hated it." His teeth grazed my shoulder blade. "Just prefer how midnight looks ripped to shreds."